Hi everyone, Michael here. Just wanted to introduce this video because it's going to be a little bit atypical for the kind of stuff that I'm going to put on my channel here. This is a one-off. It was a trip that I did with a friend of mine a few years ago. I had seen this feature on Google Earth and I looked it up, and it's called Lac Manicouagan. It's in northern Quebec. It's about 1,000 kilometers from where I live, and I wondered if it would be possible to kayak it. And I haven't done any kayaking since I was a teenager, so and I didn't have a kayak, but I thought it might be feasible, and I got in touch with an old Dutch guy who had done it with his wife, and he'd had a great time. He was a geologist, among other things, very interesting chap. And he'd spent weeks and weeks doing it. I mean, I couldn't get that kind of time off work, so I wanted to do it a bit quicker than that. I researched the kind of kayak that I would need, and I came across these two that were for sale. They were pre-on Kayaks, and really ideal for what I wanted, because you can get a lot of stuff in them, and I needed maybe a couple of weeks worth of provisions and clothes and everything. And also they're made out of solid plastic. There's no seams, so they're pretty indestructible. And some of the coastline around the central island is quite rocky, so I thought that would be good. Anyway, have a look at as you're watching this, have a look at Lac Manicouagan. Maybe I'll put some pictures up. Yeah, I'll put some pictures up of the Google Earth, and you'll see what it looks like. It's kind of it's an impact crater, millions of years old. And in the 1970s, what they did was they put a dam at the south end of it and filled it up a little bit, so that it's now like a donut-shaped lake that you can get all the way around. So that was my idea. I planned it. I got the kayaks. Originally I bought a trailer for the kayaks as well, and then looking into it, I thought that I think there's like 150 kilometers of dirt road before you get to the lake, just before you get to the lake. And after using the trailer with the kayaks a couple of times, I thought, it's just not going to be very good on dirt roads. So I sold the trailer. I got a rack for my truck, which cost $120. I couldn't believe it. Great deal. Modified it a little bit, put it on the truck, and that was fantastic for taking the kayaks up there. What else? So my friend Charles, I was at school with him, and coincidentally, the first day that we were in the water was 40 years to the day that I'd met him. When we both started high school, so that was kind of cool. He's done a lot of hiking in his past, and I thought it'd be a nice adventure for both of us to do now that we're a bit older, and just challenge ourselves and do something silly, crazy, and see if we survive. And literally, it did get a bit dangerous. So without further ado, I'll show you the photos, and I'll just talk occasionally about what it was like and the experience. Yeah, challenging, dangerous, interesting, beautiful. It's a beautiful place, absolutely beautiful. The weather can be crazy though. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the video, and if you do, like and subscribe, please. Thanks. This was crossing the St. Lawrence River. This is the dam they built in the 70s for the hydro station Manic 5. Station Wapishka was our starting point, where we rented a spot GPS system which would enable us to call emergency services if we needed them. We could also call Station Whippet and they could come within 3 days, they said, by boat and pick us up if it wasn't an absolute emergency, because there's no cell service there at all. It's our first view of the lake, and we're going to head out to that island and then make our way over to that one and then that one, and then further in the distance that's the mainland, and hopefully get there in just a few hours. This little bay where Whippet was, for about 3 kilometres it was pretty calm, as you can see from the photos, but my god, once we got out further than 3 kilometres it wasn't calm at all. We thought this rock was a boat until we got up to it. Charles is getting ahead of me. We'll have to catch him up. We are on day 2 and we've done 7.26 kilometres. Loons. Can you tell me what animal this is? Is it elk or moose? Let me know in the comments. We are approaching the most northerly tip of get around the corner because I can't tell what the wind is like round there. It seems like it's coming from behind us here, so I think we'll be sheltered when we get around the corner. We've got about 3 kilometres to go for today. Charles is doing well. We're at the northerly tip of the island now, and we're in the lee of a big mountain. So this is the slackest the lake's been all day. There's hardly any wind, and it's quite nice. So hopefully the next few kilometres will be easy, and hopefully we'll find somewhere nice to camp. It does not look suitable here. It's all just rocks and trees right up to the rocks. So I hope we find some nice sandy beaches soon. It's day 2. We couldn't light a fire, unfortunately, so we haven't had a hot meal, but the sun has finally come out. Kayaks are stowed on the beach over there, and over here our tent's just behind that bush. It's been a tough day, but it's happy. Well, that was day 1 and 2. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe, and look out for notifications of the rest of the adventure.